Viewers, again we are live here. Really, what do you think we should do tonight? Basically folks, we go straight to the phone lines, Skype someone. But what I want to do is make it a little more interesting. You hear all these news really about Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes. You want to know what's going on inside the minds of Hollywood. People often ask me, Winston, you can read people's mind. I can read people's mind anywhere in the world, even an Eskimo. I guess you see that already, really understand.
Well, yes, yeah, I did see you do several things with some people that on different parts. You were right here and you did some stuff with some people, I think it was in England or somewhere like that, and they kind of blew them away, you know, with the accuracy of what they had to tell them. But it intrigued me a little bit about Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes and stuff like that.
Right.
What is going on there?
Don't go away first. This is what we're going to do tonight. I want to explain to people, viewers looking at this program. First, you have to get an idea of what I do. Really know what I do. People usually come to my office. I will go into your mind, and what I do is I read a story, which I've done for everybody you saw.
Yes.
I read a story about your life, which is 5 cards. I will start, so I'll get the inside. I do it with and without cards. So, what people usually do is when they come to my office, they need to find out. I read exactly what's on the person's mind. However, sometimes people might think really that they're not sure what it is they're going to expect. But I go straight to the positive side of what's going on, and then I bring out all the negative things and show you the very positive. What I could do is read people's mind in any part of the world. So what I'm going to do tonight for you folks is read a 5 card on Tom Cruise. What about it? What do you think about it?
That would be interesting.
You're all up to the challenge.
That would be interesting to see. I'd like to see that.
Well, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read just 5 cards.
Alright.
The thing about it, I've done this about 12,000 times.
Okay.
I've done this about 12,000 times, and it's fun, right? I mean, you, the audience, to all on Facebook, all out there, you all have seen how people do psychic and tarot. My tarot reading is basically to read what's on your mind, not to tell you about the future and tell you, so, no, again, I'm going to stop you. Really.
So you don't read people's mind, you just tell them what's their main concerns.
I read exactly what is in your thoughts, what's on your mind. Sometimes you may not even understand what I'm reading. You say, no, not really. It takes you a while to understand what I'm saying. But the fun part of it is when you really get going and you understand, you want more. It's like a car without gas. You pour some gas in it and you learn more, you start around, but when you get a full tank, it's gone.
The problem with that is just keep on going on.
Well, the problem with me now, folks, is that I have over 400-500 appointments booked. I've been stuffed with my other work, what I'm doing right now, because I do a bit of contracting here and there and everywhere, and work is picked up quite really, which I told you that already. Yeah. But I will get to you all. I'll be able to answer, I'll be able to do a lot of the readings, but tonight we're going to do just a 5 card on top, because I'm not going to tell you exactly what's taking place. Again, you might see me using my chair here, but my director didn't walk with our table as usual, so it's not really my fault. I can put the blame on Rudy too as well.
No, I'm the guest tonight, you don't blame the guest, blame the director. Normally right. That normal thing, right? You blame the director.
So the big thing about E-News is this Tom Cruise and Katie was all over why they break up. But who said it was going to stay forever? Nothing in this life is forever.
Well, the way things was going, it was looking that way.
Well, not everything you see looks good on the outside, but it doesn't mean it's good on the inside, you know. So I'm going to do just a 5 card and I'm going to show you what's going on. So we're going to read exactly what's going on in Tom Cruise's mind right about now.
Alright, so let's see the first thing on his mind.
The first card I'm seeing is that Tom is he got some news. Now, folks, let me tell you how this is going. Rudy can show you the card. Tom Cruise got some news, and if you listen to the E-News today, E-News said that Katie Holmes had said to Tom that she wanted a divorce. Tom did not tell that to her. So this first card will show that Tom Cruise got some kind of news. And the news that he got was about home. This card here tells you about moving. The person who told him, they told him that they're moving out. Right? And now that he has a major problem coming with this, is they're now ready to talk settlement. Really, I think you can see, well, folks, I don't know if you can see it, but you see all the money and they're sitting there. Well, it's time to talk about settling.
But now they have a prenup arrangement.
That they talk about prenup, but there's other things beside a prenup arrangement. So this is just confirming what I'm reading here. It did show here, folks, that this card tells you that it does show that Tom Cruise still cannot get over the fact that they've been together for what, 5 years, 6 years, and they're ready to separate. Really, now if you look at the picture carefully, you can see 3 things in that picture. Identify what the 3 things you see in the picture. There's 3 persons lying, there's 3 persons you're seeing there.
Oh yeah, king lying down, a baby lying down.
And a woman, right. Why are you looking so surprised? What does that tell you?
And basically signifies the 3
side by side.
Yeah, side by side.
Right, folks, it's a side by side thing we're seeing here. So this card really signifies, see, I'm reading direct from the cards.
Yeah.
So it's giving you exactly what I'm telling you there. Tom Cruise got the news and he still cannot recover from the news that he got. Now listen, look at this very carefully. Yeah. What you see here?
The
princess.
The princess, the
right, now you can look again. You see this card here? This is what you call the prince. He still cannot believe that the princess is the one who asked him for a divorce. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't that card tell you exactly what is going on in the news?
Go some more gas, let me go some more.
So again, you see, now with all the reality things that are taking place, what you're actually reading on the news, I can actually tell you on the card. So I tell you exactly. 1 is that he was getting the news. 2, that it's time to move on. Somebody's ready to move on. Again, when he started studying about the prenuptials, thinking about the money he'll have to put out. 4th, in his mind, he can't believe, Tom Cruise cannot believe that Katie Holmes is ready to move on. Because folks, this is the queen. This is his princess here. So again, that is Tom Cruise in Hollywood. And this is the Winston round we're showing you with Rudy, my director. We're here in the studio, St. James 28th Avenue. I'm able to tell you, with or without anybody telling me, it's here in the card. Now, beside that, Rudy, we will be bringing guests here, then you'll see for yourself. We'll be able to know exactly what to do. And then again, Rudy, what do you think?
Well, actually, you know, the card, the side by side, that, you know, that surprised me because you're shuffling the deck and you pull this up and it signifies, it didn't signify more than a whole bunch of them, was basically their family. Katie Holmes, Tom Cruise, and the baby story.
Well, that's why I tell you, cards usually fall. How I do the reading is I connect with the people wherever they are in the world, and I read exactly what is going on in that person's life.
I think we have a call.
Right, we have a call. So, folks, stay right there. We'll take this call for a minute.
Who we have in for? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, good night. I know this voice.
Hi.
Oh, Amy.
Hi, Winston.
How you looking so nice tonight? I know you were a guest on the previous show. Did you see the 5 card we did there just now?
No, actually, I did.
Oh, you?
I had my computer was on idle for a little bit, so I was able to.
Actually, what I was doing just now, showing you folks that we did a 5 card reading on Tom Cruise.
Really?
And I was able to tell him, yeah, I'm going back over, I was able to tell him, right, when I shuffled the deck of the cards, that the first card is that Tom Cruise was getting some news. Early on today, he was getting some news. This is what we reading what's going on in Tom Cruise's mind, that the news he got, right, that he had to move on, he had to take a break, move on, how separate. And the 3rd card I was showing him is that he started checking his finances, how much millions he had to share, how much he had to put aside. But then when I reached the 4th card, it shows that this card, the death card, shows that he can't believe that this lady and him, for 5 years, 6 years, they've been together, are now separated. The 5th card will tell you, which is the truth, is that this lady in his life was his princess, and no longer she is his princess anymore. His princess, that's only 5 cards. What do you think about that?
That's pretty good because I was actually reading up on that today. There was an article where there was an equal relationship with
Oh, you know that,
and then she really felt like she was in love with him.
Are you hearing me, Granny?
No, it was kind of low actually. I turned up mine.
Well, I'm now asking my director if you hear me. Are you hearing me better now?
Yeah. Are you hearing any background noise from me? Because my AC is really loud.
My mic is loud?
No, she
Yeah,
can't.
it's louder.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no better. Yeah, so I was talking.
Now, honey, count, because you know me in Scientology, right?
Mm-hmm. was saying,
She went out.
are you there, right?
Yeah.
Right, what I was saying is I was showing people just on, I can shuffle a deck of cards and read anybody's mind, no matter where you are in the world now. You know, sometimes people you do a reading and you know they don't remember exactly what it is, but when you start to think about what I'm telling you, then you get to understand what you're reading. I mean, you did a reading with me, but I was showing a demonstration to people who watching the show that I can talk about somebody and show them in the cards exactly what I'm connected with is exactly what's going on in that person's life. And my guest, my guest Rudy, he was part of the show in Win TV, the one who created the Win TV program with me when I started my first show. The show that you watched and had making chills run through your spine. You there?
Hi, I'm still there.
Right, good. So, what do you have on your mind tonight, Amy? We do a 5-card reading for everybody, but we may not be able to go. We kind of run out of time every time I do a program. We don't want to stay too long. Basically, what we do, we're just going to run through the 5-card really quickly, and I'm basically going to tell you exactly what is going on. Is it a particular person you read about besides just reading what's going on in your mind? Or you want to find out tonight? We can find out anything you want to find out, anybody at all, or anything that you need to find out about.
Probably just my mom's health.
Okay, you want to read something on your mom's health?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do the psychic in my head. I'm going to show you on the cards exactly what's happening with home. And your mom is in Trinidad?
Yeah.
Right, so you need to know, because it seems like you're kind of concerned.
Where is she?
Anna's in Trinidad. She's in Trinidad.
Amy?
No, Amy's in New York.
Okay, Amy's in New York.
Right, so I'm just going to do the 5 and tell you exactly. Well, I don't have a table tonight, so forgive me, my director didn't bring it in again in the studio. As usual, we're not going to blame Rudy because Rudy's not taking blame for that tonight. It's shown here, I'm seeing you a bit concerned about what's taking place at home. It doesn't seem like the way things are going is like the foundation is too well with your mom. Meaning like things are not on track as it should be. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
Right? The 3rd card shows me here, you're very concerned about her health. Are you there? Amy?
Yeah, I'm here. I heard everything you said.
Right now, you know, I will do and tell you exactly. I'm seeing you concerned about her health, that the health is not as good as she's going to go to the doctor, run some tests and stuff. But in all, your father is there with her. Hello?
Yeah, so you're seeing him there.
Yeah, I'm seeing them there. I'm seeing them fighting to say, look, you want to make this thing work, right? But I'm seeing you feeling like you're out of the picture. Why do you feel like that? You feel like they're not telling you the truth about what's going on. Why do you feel like that?
I don't know. I just have a feeling that I guess it's not like I feel like I'm not being told the whole truth, but I just have my own intuition telling me that, you know, I think whatever is the issue is not being taken seriously. You know,
Definitely.
kind of just brushing it off like, oh, okay, it's gonna be fine, it'll be better. But I'm thinking, you know, there could be something a little bit more severe.
Right.
I would really like, you know, but
Okay, so what do you...
whatever can be done so we can, you know, make sure she has a really clean bill of health.
Right, okay. So what do you think about the reading? What do you think that was accurate? What do you think that I was reading exactly is going on there?
I think you did pick up a lot about my preoccupation with the whole the severity of my health, and it was interesting that you brought up my dad because, I mean, obviously it's just him and her right now,
Right.
so he is kind of like the one that is helping her through everything.
Right, I want to stop you for 1 minute and I want to show you these 2 cards. These were the 2 cards I'm showing you here. One is her and one is him. You see where the cards come align itself? 1 and 1? So it does show that in all with her health, he is there fighting to make sure that everything is okay. But I think your mother is a person who don't like people to worry. So she's not a person that makes people concerned about, she don't want people to pity her really, but at the same time, she's a bit concerned. And this is exactly what I'm reading here is what's going on with your mother. what's on your mother's mind. And she might be a bit concerned about this whole starting of a doctor thing, the health thing, but there's things to be done. And I'll tell you, the foundation of our health should be looked into very seriously. Off the air, I know you, Amy, I will have to do a full reading for you, because this is what I do. When people come to me, I tell them what I see. Now, I won't tell you everything on air exactly what the cause of it, but I already know, I guess people know Rudy. I've done thousands of readings, so I know exactly what the problem is. I'll have to tell you off here. Don't be concerned, because I usually go to the point and I tell people what to do. This is just what I saw, what's on your mother's mind. Now remember, I do a whole deck of reading, a whole pack of cards reading. And this Amy will tell you, in my mind, I know exactly what it is, but the cards are to show people as a guide, is what I tell them in my mind is what is in the cards.
I have to also create the whole thing to be able to be more fluid, to start from one point to the next.
Yeah, but this is basically, in 5 cards, is what is on your mother's mind. Now what I'm going to do is I know exactly what I read there. In all fairness, I mean, I want to tell you this, it is a health, and if I tell somebody something really, I've done 12,000, I get straight to the point. There's no telling you something, make believe, or telling you anything that is stupid on here. I will tell you exactly what there is. And I saw the concern on your face, because usually you're a person only happy, bubbly, asking about all different things, but tonight you stuck to the point about your mother. And why did you feel that you needed to ask about your mother, Amy?
I just, like I said before, it's like this kind of like intuition. You just feel like something, you need to dig deeper into an issue.
Amy, can I ask you a question? Did you have any preconceived ideas before you called in terms of what you want to talk about, or was it just a random call?
Actually, this was just random. I mean, he asked me who I wanted to read, and my mom was the first person that came to my mind, but no, I didn't have any preconceived anything.
Okay, so it just kind of popped up and it just went in the direction, and it kind of brought out some things which...
Exactly, but that's been on my top list of concerns. As he asked, I brought it up.
When last did you speak with your mother?
Every single day.
Every single day?
2 hours ago.
Okay, that's excellent. No, but no, that's good exactly. To help you, with with your concerns. But I think Winston would be able to. Not
only that, to even notice all my pores raising on my skin. Reason for that is because I connected with you really strongly, and I know your energy has dropped. You're not the person that I would talk to, because you're going deeper into your mind now, and I connected to you just because all my pores started raising. I don't know how you feel about it, but I know you can't wait to get off this program. Right? Because I know you need to, but I'm going to do a reading for you and tell you the whole scenario, and I'll tell you off the air. What I want to do for you, Amy, is, did you notice the card really when I read this? It shows your dad is there before your mother, so it means that he's there fighting with her to show that he's, his concern is really an importance to her, and he's there. That's why you raise the point, your dad is really fighting to figure out what's going on. What I'm going to do, again, viewers, is I'm going to show you, Amy, what's on your father's mind. With just 5 cards, so you'll have an idea of what he feels, how he's feeling, and what he's thinking, okay? So you just get a quick, because we're doing already, as we done going on her mother already. I'm going to show you what's on your father's mind and exactly.
This is a trend with you. When you start in one thing and you want to move on to something, you can't stop. You want to finish off what it is you're doing.
Because I feel good doing it. I like to help people, let people know it. People say, why do you go to a psychic? If you can find out something that can guide you through your life, not every day. I tell people when they come to me to do a reading, do not come back.
Yeah.
But people need to know some things, and some things people say, I don't need to know. But if I tell you something is wrong with your health, like I've done hundreds of people about their health, you know that too. And it helps you to know that you could deal with a situation before it gets out of control.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do 5 cards about your dad. Now listen carefully. The first card that I'm showing you here, Amy, is that your dad is making proposals to your mother, right? About some news that he got. And the news that he got, he's saying, well, we don't rush it. let's just hang in there and see what is the results. But they haven't gotten the confirmation. Probably she did 2 tests, a blood test, and they didn't get the confirmation, the results they wanted as yet. But in all, I know your parents, they pray a lot. And the 5th card shows that they need to do something, because as it is, the doctors may not have given them the result that they wanted. Did you talk to your dad at all about anything? Amy?
Yes, I'm sorry, we just broke up a little bit. I heard you saying talk to them, meaning my parents, I think.
Yeah, what I said, the first card indicated to me that your father got a proposal of what he felt like something is wrong, but he didn't actually get the truth of exactly what the news of it was. So he's probably hanging around waiting on the results from the blood test. They would have gone and take a test by the doctor would have run a test. But they haven't got any confirmation on what the test came back with. Do you know anything at all about that?
The last time I spoke concerning that maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I was assured that everything is fine. And
they went to find out about a test, they wanted to take a blood test or something, she went and do a full checkup.
Yeah, because I made sure that she went by to get a couple of opinions.
Right. No,
I wasn't just going to go with, whatever one doctor said.
Right, this is why it says that they need to get opinion. This is why I said this card really. They need to get confirmation from other doctors, not just one. So before they do an actual, yes, this is what the problem is. And, as it is, your father may not trust the word of what people tell him unless he hears it from 1, 2, 3, and probably from another. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Do you understand that? What do you think about your dad? Your dad will just go with the first thing somebody shoot out your mouth. He's not a person.
Usually he's the type of person that will just he doesn't really go to second or third opinions on something unless he feels really, really strong about it.
Well, this one he's saying that he thinks better we get another opinion. Did you hear him say that go to the next doctor or something?
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that did he get an opinion from more than one doctor on your mother's health?
I think yeah, was speechless.
I believe that so far I think they've gone to 2.
Right.
And the last one, they ran all the tests and everything was pretty comprehensive. And it showed, that there's no major concerns, whatever it is, it will just kind of cure go away on its own. Right. There's no need for surgery or anything like that. That was the
So, this will confirm, Rudy, and I mean, if you was looking here, exactly what I'm saying is exactly what's on your father's mind, right, Amy? Without a doubt, it can't be without a doubt that this is not what is going through his mind. He would have gotten some proposals, he would have gotten some news, and he's still hanging around waiting to see what the confirmation of all the other things are before he went to anything that to the extreme that is really bad. So he's saying that whatever it is, we need confirmation, let's just hang in there and see how it works. So that is what is on his mind. Do you feel anything, do you know anything at all about that, Amy? What do you think about that?
That I'm a little bit oblivious, because I guess we have got to that part yet.
Well, I'm just, remember, you may not know,
you
may not know what's on your dad's mind, but I'm telling you what he's thinking tonight. Because this is what makes me and the show really interested. I can tell you what a person is thinking in their mind before you even ask that person. So if you have to pick up the phone and call your dad and confirm this, I guess the next program we have on, we will have you back on air to confirm. But I know I've done this 12,000 times.
I'm smiling because I remember a conversation I had at my office at once. He came to visit, we were doing some discussion with the meeting, and I was talking to a friend on the phone in Miami, and just as we were, talking about something, he said, wait now, when he was talking about this, and he went into the specifics about everything that we was talking about. I didn't tell you anything, and I didn't tell you, God, give a chance to.
It's about something they was doing, and I think a friend was in the studio last Saturday too, was it? Every Saturday, somebody was there too as well.
Yeah.
I remember exactly what it was. It was somebody's health.
Yes.
They had a helper when he was concerned about the insurance and he came back in the Trinidad and we were doing some of that piece of land.
It was that, and it was some other things also which I can't share on here.
No, we can't share on here.
But it was phenomenal in terms that you would say something like that, because in terms of what it is we was doing, I was amazed by that.
Well, Amy, we wouldn't keep you back again, but then you understand what's going on with your mom and your dad?
Yes, I'm glad I got a lot more clarity.
Robert, tomorrow, I'm in my office. When you call me tomorrow, I will do the reading for exactly what's going on with your mom. Not really about your dad, but your mother. So you will have exactly what's going on with that. I don't tell people, again, folks, the viewers, I do not tell people on here what other people's problems are. It's very private, it's very personal. This is just to get the show interested. By next week, we should have some guests on the program, like Rudy.
Next week, I thought you told me we'll be back on here tomorrow.
That depends on the director we have running. If we have a director, we can only know from our programs at 5:30 in the afternoon. Folks, I'm sorry for this late, to telling you all this late about our program, but by next week, we should be able to have a good word from our master control and director here in the studio. So Amy, thank you. Have a good night. And I don't know if you want to share a few words to the viewers. I mean, you've been on my program already, and you know, I don't know if it wasn't about you tonight. It was about somebody that drew your interest, which is your mother and your father, which anybody would want to know. Do you have anything you want to say, the closing comments, and before we close off?
You continue to impress me a little bit more after reading, because there are a lot of things that you see that happen yet happen or is about to happen, and I think I realized that after our reading, everything you talk about makes sense. It doesn't make sense immediately, but you know, as time unfolds, I see the missing pieces to the puzzle.
Well, you know, as I tell people, when you come to a reading by me, Amy, I will tell you what's taking place, what's about to happen, but you have to give it time to unfold, Rudy, as I tell every woman they come to me. Even tonight, Rudy, you was reading on Facebook. What did you saw on my Facebook and you read a message? I mean, share something on my Facebook.
There was one particular gentleman who said the proposal came through, and he got through with, you know, he just sent a message to confirm to Winston that what they discussed, no, it's not something, Winston just shared that little piece of information with me. You see, this is something this guy showed me, and he said the proposal came through. And, you know, and he said the guy was there, he was explaining certain things about the person. And I was impressed, you know, I'm always impressed with what I see. And, I mean, I have personally witnessed many things in terms of interviews with people on the street when we are doing...
without cards.
Without cards.
That's the fun part. But
I remember this one lady was a security guard, and you had this lady, you were telling this lady some stuff, and then you said, no, you were using cards this one time, and you were telling some stuff, and you came upon a card, and you said, I can't tell you about that card now, in front of everybody. And it went on, and she kept insisting, tell me about the card, tell me about the card. And you told her something, you know, that kind of blew her away.
Started crying.
No, not that one. No, they tell you, she liked 36. And then she goes and she said, oh my God, how you know that? And but she insisted.
There was something along the line with children, because they had a lot of children, and there was something going on.
Yeah, but she kept persisting you to, you know, to say it out in front of everybody. And they tell you, no, you don't.
Usually I don't. But this friend of mine, what usually I do is, when I tell somebody something, Amy, they go back on my Facebook and my messages, and they send me saying, I did tell this gentleman that 6 months ago that he would get through with a Canadian visa for the whole family, and he doubted me. From everybody went to, I guess there was no hope, and I said to him, I said, you will get through, give it at least 4 or 5 months. I think if you check the 5 months, we're almost right there. And with that 5 months now, he sent me a message saying that he got through, they called him, and they asked him to bring the documents. Things I say to people, you have to give it time, and it unfolds. Everything that I've said to you, it actually happens. I've done it 12,000 times. That's why I'm here in front of this camera, wanting to do it another 12,000 times again. So Amy, thank you for being our guest on the show tonight.
Thank you for being a sport.
Have a wonderful night.
It was a pleasure.
And don't forget, call me tomorrow so I can give you a quick heads up on the reading. Reading takes about 20 minutes, which you will know. And I'll actually give you an update on everything tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, well,
thank you and God bless. Have a good night. Folks, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back in 1 minute.